Hello again, Struck Co-op. Today I am continuing to level up my Nethermancer Dusk Mage with Bane, and I will continue doing as I was doing yesterday. But yeah, yesterday I started off kind of spending too much time on Ridiculous, and I realized I shouldn't have spent this much time on Ridiculous if I want to level this one up quicker. And it seems like Painful is the better place to level up. It gives me the right amount of fame to keep getting more maps easily, to keep the maps coming rather than running out of them, but it's not that slow like Ridiculous. For a while, yesterday I've been struggling with Ridiculous, my damage was not enough and it was just taking a long time, and after switching to Painful, things changed. Things became much more pleasant with the leveling up, so we'll just do that. We'll just stick to Painful for now, and then eventually maybe move on to Ridiculous after this one is leveled up. Although I'm thinking after this one is leveled up to start streaming some Chronicon. So let's just wrap this up with the last 11 levels. Tomorrow I'm supposed to make the build video for this. So I'm gonna try and do it. I'm gonna try and put a build video for that setup. Hopefully I have everything I need. I think I do though. I think I do. I think in my storage I've got all the items I would need, at least the important ones. So we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna start some goblin maps first, I guess. Let's do this one first. And then eventually move on to some maybe electric maps. I feel like doing electric maps after the two goblin maps. Or maybe I can do one goblin, one electric, one high vid, and then rinse repeat. We'll see. But yeah, time to keep that up. I wish the width of the Holy Fury was actually doubled though. It's either I'm blind and Holy Fury is double width or it isn't. But it doesn't seem like the tier 3 bonus is working to me. So yet another build I'm making that might become better after certain things get fixed. But that's it, that's how early access is. Things may not work entirely, but as long as we know that they would get fixed in the end, it's all good. I'm really enjoying playing a build with the beam, really enjoying a Holy Fury build. Been trying to get one done for a while, but I just never got the priority for that build to come, and it's now time for a beam build, and it's almost done. It's almost finished, just 11 more levels. It's not gonna end up being a meta build, but it's fine. Entropy by itself is such a good skill, so any build with entropy with the right equipment should be a decent build worth playing and testing. See here. Okay, like that. I've not been using the summons much, have I? But for those enemies I don't feel the need to use the summons, honestly. For the little guys, when there's elites, the summons do help. Especially when I max them out. Right now my summons are kind of what, level 3? 1 plus 2, they're level 3. So definitely not gonna be as powerful as when I'm done with them and when I've got all the items needed for more summons. Yeah, my basic attack doesn't do much. Wanted to test it though. Alright, time for the summons to shine a little. Although they didn't get much time to shine, did they? Something happened. I used entropy, but it didn't actually spawn the projectile and the little projectiles. Come on, come on. Where is he running? Where is he going? Look at this elite. He was trying to be sneaky from behind. No, this one teleported conveniently. How far are we from the boss fight? Still got time to recharge my miasma before it. To recharge my ultimate as well. But yeah, it's gonna take probably a few hours until we max this hero out, until it's 60. But yeah, the sooner I max this hero, the sooner I can maybe play a little bit of Chronicon. Because I'm really excited. I spent a lot of time those last few days off stream playing it, leveling. managed to hit past mastery 400, so I can confirm 400 is not the cap of masteries. Maybe it could have been in the beta or in the early access, but 400 is definitely not the maximum mastery level in Chronicon. But it's good to know that, There may not be a max level for the masteries, but they're still kind of like somehow of a sort of a soft cap. So much goblins. Oh, I missed some fame here. Are there any more here? Just a couple. So should I save my ult now? I'm thinking I'm getting close to the boss. I'm gonna save the Arachnid Assault for the big boss, for the boss at the end, just to make sure. Okay, for a moment I thought it was not taking damage. Might have been a bug. Wait, when did my pet get wrecked? That's strange. Let's see here. A lot of XP on this map so far. And there's even more. Ah! No! Such a bad spot. I was so close to the end of the map, now I have to run all the way back there. You know what, it's gonna be better if I just start a new map. I'm gonna go and start a new map. It's gonna be better. I'm gonna waste time walking all the way to there, not killing stuff on my way. If I were to just start a new map, that means not wasting time doing something without getting XP. Let's do the next one. Alright, there we go. Let's go find some more enemies to kill. This one's taking a while. So now, which way should I go? Is it this way or is it the other? There aren't many enemies in this map, I'm not really happy with it. It's like bad density, not gonna be getting this much XP. Let's try and just do this map quicker. Maybe like this. And I think we've grouped them up as good as we can. I mean, some enemies just you just can't group them up together well for AoEs. Ah, fuck. Alright, another map. I didn't like this map anyways, it was not really dense. Let's try a new one, let's try a Hivit one. I've been really bad at dodging attacks today, but I'm still kind of not completely woken up. I woke up like an hour ago or so. So need a warm up, I guess. Now look at how many we found here in this part. Oh, teleported back. Let's get rid of some wood that we don't need.
You have gained
50. What was I leveling up right now? Entropy? I think I was leveling entropy. First it's gonna be entropy, then it's gonna be spirit well to get maxed out. And then we're gonna just optimize the build a little.
you are dying.
Look at how much poison and nether wells and everything is here. That's plenty of it. Not bad. What have we here? 2 dead ends. Let's just do this dead end first. Oh, there's one more here. Nice. Man, this map has been filled to the brim with champs. That's what I like to see in my maps. So many champions per square meter. Let's get those here. Oh, it's one of those layouts where it connects. Okay. Well, let's clear this part first. And then we can clear the rest. Oh, now a charger came. Okay. So that was like 4 of them. I'm gonna go this way first.
It's free.
Look at how many. I don't have much room to pick up recipes right now, so I'm just not gonna do it. Let's clear out this part here first before we go to the boss. I'm loving how Holy Fury is letting me do some little bit of extra damage to finish off whatever doesn't get killed by entropy and my summons. Let's position myself like this. The summons may not do that much damage, but they're pretty nice for distraction. For distraction, they're doing banging job sometime. Let's do it like this. Put them there. Oh no! Too much poison. Did we clear everything here? I think we did. Alright, it's time to go back. And Old Coffin Spirit is back. Hey guys, any idea when will this game fully launch? Old Coffin Spirit, so far even the developers don't know an exact date when it will launch. They have decided fall. I think from that trailer for the Nintendo Switch launch, it said coming soon, and there were some mentions about this fall, but fall could mean December as well. I mean, early December is still considered fall, so it's gonna be this year though. They're planning on launching this game this year unless their plans change. We're probably gonna see this by the end of the year, in the next 2-3 months that are coming, maybe 4. We'll see. I hope they take their time and don't rush it. Make sure when they're launching the game really is ready and really has enough to offer and keep players busy and playing the game. I don't completely disagree. I think December would be fine. I think by December maybe they would be ready. Maybe. I mean, I really don't know what they've got on the back end, how much progress they've made on certain things. I have no idea. Because for all I know, this state of the game could be far from what they've already done on the dev environments. They often work on a lot of things simultaneously, and if all those things are coming along nicely and are getting close to being ready, as changes, as reworks, as features, additions, etc., we could have a lot of new stuff maybe. We don't know. We don't know what's happening, what's coming. I think the biggest problem right now that this game could face is the lack of endgame variety and the lack of motivation to do the endgame content. And that's what the majority of people would think. I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of a average ARPG player, someone that wants what the majority of people want. I'm trying to put myself in those shoes, and when I do try to put myself in the mindset of a Path of Exile or Diablo 3 player, I think I would feel that the content is probably the biggest thing, the biggest compelling factor of a game like this. RPG players want end game. They want to play after they do the story, and then they want to be rewarded for it. They want to earn stuff for their time spent, and this is where I think this game might need some more improvements. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is where it needs improvements. Okay, I'm gonna go to the town. I'm gonna waste a lot of time traveling to the place where I died. It's not worth my time. I've got plenty of maps, so that's not a problem. I can just start a new one. Look at that, there's a lot of people in the town today.
For you, potions for your little friend.
No. Did I just sell a gear bundle?
Oh, I'll be seeing you soon.
As for the graphics compared to Torchlight 2, they're better. They're better. I mean, this is using Unreal Engine 4. Unreal Engine 4 is a very nice engine, and it can bring some pretty amazing graphics. Although what I've noticed with Unreal Engine 4, most things look kind of plastic. Even metal things look as if they're kind of plastic. But it thankfully fits Torchlight 3. Torchlight 3 definitely fits that plastic look, so it doesn't look bad on it, but on other games I've played, the Unreal Engine just makes things look a little bit weirder. The Unreal Engine 4, I've seen Unreal Engine 5, and Unreal Engine 5, believe me, this shit can go very far with almost photorealism in the graphics. I personally don't care much about graphics, but I really love the art style of Torchlight 3. It's different than the Torchlight 2 art style, but yet still familiar and similar, so it's not bad, it's not bad.
Hail. Can I offer you a drink? See you next time.
And Old Coffin Spirit says, what I really didn't like in Torchlight 2 was that the final skills in the tree completely overshadowed the rest, and that focus was by far the best stat increasing post damage and mana pool. I also found the difficulties to be a little off. Oh, you're not gonna see the same problem here with the skills. The final skills such as Absolver, Arachnid Assault, Entropy, that you unlock at level 20 or 25 was it? 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, at level 20. This unlocks at 20. This unlocks at 20. They are by no means the must use skill. Yes, Entropy is probably one of the best mage skills, but it doesn't mean you can get a decent Absolver build or a decent Holy Bolt build or a decent Energy Spike build. So Energy Spike can be just as powerful as Entropy when used the right way. In fact, it even has 4 seconds cooldown, whereas Entropy with my current legendary item is 8 seconds cooldown. It's offering a different playstyle, but yeah, you won't see the same problem where you really would need to be using the final skill. You have variety of things you can use, and with the Legendarium you can make some of the weaker skills stronger, and you can make them behave differently, and this different behavior allows for some nice variety of playing the class. And with subclasses, things change drastically. So yeah, some things would obviously be meta and be the strongest things, but you don't have to use the meta if you don't want to. If you don't want to use the meta, that's fine. You're not gonna be clearing stuff as fast, but you're still gonna be killing stuff. You're still gonna be able to farm. And the current way the game is, you don't need to be doing the end game to get geared up. You can just do maps like I am doing to level up. You can just do that as end game if you want to, if you don't like the current end game. And you can gear up with maps and then start doing the end game. If you feel like you're not ready for the Fazir, you can just do maps, gear up, and then start doing Fazir, or just do Fazir and gear up while doing Fazir. Fazir by far is the best way to gear up if you can handle it, because Fazir can give you maps that give you a ton of fame. I mean, normally in one map you can get 4, 5, maybe 6 contract levels, but in the Fazir I've gotten 35 or 34 contract levels in one map. And contract levels equates to gear. Every 10 contract levels from the repeatable whoop you get a legendary item, which is pretty nice. Pretty nice. This is actually the only thing that would motivate me to do the end game right now, the Fazir. And that fame stacking combo of doing maps with a specific affix or specific combination of affixes. for double fame and for more uniques which drop fame. The basic attributes, you don't have stats, you don't have a stat system. Stat systems in my opinion are bad because most of the times it ends up dumping everything into one, maybe two stats. They're a very boring, outdated system that just in my opinion doesn't belong in ARPGs. Because look at Grim Dawn, mostly physique, people would mostly dump stuff into physique in builds. In Grim Dawn. Look at Wosen, it was mostly ferocity dump for most builds. I mean, that's not a very fun way to build stuff. I mean, I love stats in games like Divinity Original Sin, Baldur's Gate, etc. In games like those, the way they've made stats really works in tactical RPGs. But yeah, everyone's free to love whatever they do. I know many people love stats, but again, for some people it's boring. I'm one of those people where I think ARPGs don't need stats and stats belong in tactical RPGs. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's necessary to add depth to a build. I'd much rather get something like Torchlight 3 where you don't have stats like that, like strength, dexterity, intelligence, etc. But you have things like just the regular stuff: attack speed, casting speed, crit chance, crit damage, block chance, evasion, etc. You just focus on those things rather than getting other stats that increase multiple things at once. Oh yeah, I know you can invest in O. I know you can invest in O in Grim Dawn. I've had some maxed out spirit builds in Grim Dawn as well, where I was maxing out my spirit on casters and playing a glass cannon. But it was still kind of a little bit in this, a little bit in that, for some special builds in Grim Dawn where you really needed spirit on a melee class where you're making a tank, but you really wanna maybe get that one item that requires spirit and things like that. But again, I don't like systems like that. This is one of the things in Grim Dawn I don't like. The items requiring certain stats and you having to invest into those stats. But I like so many things in Grim Dawn that I can always kind of look past this system where items have stat requirements and you have to invest in those to use them. I love simplified stuff. Simplicity is good for me. I don't like things being too complicated. I'd much rather have a level requirement and have some weird builds where the only thing that's preventing me from equipping an item is my level and my class, and that's it. You do have difficulties, but I don't agree with how they're done. You have casual, which is called, what was it called? Practice. Then you've got normal, then you've got hard, then you've got painful, and then you've got ridiculous. So you've got 5 difficulties, and starting from hard, moving on to painful, and then to ridiculous, things get interesting for some people, because the monsters become stronger and they even get movement speed, and I don't think the monster should get movement speed. I never will agree with movement speed being a good thing. And it's so boring when the only thing that increases is monsters getting more damage, more movement speed, and more HP. I'd much rather see monsters using more abilities. And I'd much rather see the monsters becoming more clever and flanking you and dodging your attacks all the time. And things like this. I would rather see behavior changes rather than boring stat increases only. I think it's more challenging when you see a monster on a higher difficulty using a new attack, new special attack, new skill that it doesn't use on the lower difficulties. This is how I think difficulties would be, but again, how I think is probably so different from the majority of players out there. My taste in games is a little bit different than the masses of players. But for me, it's gonna be more challenging if I see the enemies use more special attacks and skills and just position themselves better, avoiding my spells. For example, they see me casting entropy, well, they move out of the way. Things like that. I would rather see this on the higher difficulties instead of just more HP, more damage, and more movement speed. Because more HP and damage, I agree, they do need to have more HP and damage to a certain extent, but they also need to behave differently to actually feel like you're doing something more difficult, not just doing more of the same, more dodging and hitting and dodging and hitting. It would also be nice to see some special monster affixes that only roll on enemies at the higher difficulties, and maybe some map affixes that only roll on the higher difficulties and things like that. And right now, playing on higher difficulties does not make it more rewarding directly, but if you play on harder difficulties, you get more monster spawns, you get more champion spawns, which results in more fame, which results in more gear indirectly. So you still get rewarded more by playing on harder difficulties here, just not directly. You're not gonna see gear work increasing anymore. We used to get our gear work, which is item quantity, not quality. We used to see the gear work getting boosted, but they removed that because they thought it wasn't necessary for people to get gear. We don't get more XP either. I like how Chronicon did it though. Chronicon, which hopefully I'm gonna stream later today once I hit level 60. If I hit level 60 quick enough, I'm gonna stream a little bit of Chronicon at the end of the evening. I started leveling up my archer, but if I start streaming Chronicon, I will start from scratch with my tank, with my Templar. But yeah, I've already reached mastery 400 plus on Chronicon, so at least I could confirm that there is no limit at 400 as I was first informed. So 400 mastery level is not the limit in Chronicon. I think I'm 420 or something like that right now on my Warwalk. Spent a lot of time playing it lately when not streaming. But yeah, I definitely want an AI upgrade. I want an AI upgrade in regards to how the enemies behave in different difficulties. Make it super smart, super interesting to play against on the hardest difficulty, and then just dump it down for the lower difficulties. And that's how I think it should be. Like, make the AI super strong and super smart. Put that one on the hardest difficulty, and then just gradually remove some of the AI behavior for the lower difficulties. But again, what I want in games is so much different from the majority of people. I get my fun from different things. My best and most favorite thing in games to do is just figuring out some weird builds, some weird synergies between items and skills, and just making builds with those, even if they don't end up being meta. I just like finding builds. I like finding builds. I don't like finding only meta builds, any type of builds, and it's so fun for me to find that one synergy between this item and that item in combination with a specific skill and so on. So my biggest priority in games is build diversity and nice things to do with the itemization, nice customization of your your abilities and items and so on. Okay, let's do it like this. Alright, Coffin Spirit. But yeah, Chronicon Endgame is not for everyone. Chronicon Endgame is so much different from Torchlight 3's Endgame. Over there, you just want to be going fast. Chronicon is kind of like the perfect game probably for people who enjoy the gotta go fast mentality in Diablo and Path of Exile. I'm not a big fan of that mentality, but somehow I enjoy Chronicon. Somehow I enjoy so much this part of Chronicon, where when it comes to Diablo and Path of Exile, I never enjoyed the gotta go fast mentality, the one where you're trying to squeeze every little second of a map run to optimize it. But somehow in Chronicon, this is exactly what I like. It's weird why, I can't explain why I like it in Chronicon and not in other games. I guess maybe just the way it's done in Chronicon is a little bit more appealing to me, both visually and gameplay wise. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, boss fight. That's actually gonna be the first boss I kill today, because I always ended up dying before the boss, and I just didn't feel it's gonna be worth my time if I respawn and walk all the way back to where I died, if it was too far. I'm not picking up much wood because I'm WoW level, and I've already got so much WoW gear in my storage. So much WoW gear, I just can't handle filling my storage with too many things right now. This build, I'm supposed to upload the video of this build tomorrow. If nothing comes up, that's what's gonna happen. Let's see, Nightfall, Powdrons. Oh, mana cost for Holy Fury, mana cost... Oh no, Holy Bolt, mana cost for Holy Fury. Interesting, but yeah, level 50. Bonus size. No, I don't need it. I've got better. I've got better.
Oh yes, potions. I've got those.
I'm gonna have to gamble soon. Let's level up entropy a little bit more. So 2 more levels in entropy, and then I'm gonna start leveling up spirit well. Maybe eventually dump some points into Unholy Bolt. We'll see. We'll see. I decided not to go for Energizer. I need to put 1 more point into Puppet Master eventually. I will do it later. For now I just wanna focus on the other things. But let's see, if I'm 51 now, that means 52, 53. 53 and then 7 more points would get me to 60, and that means I'm not gonna have points for Unholy Bolt, and I'm not gonna have points to max out Puppet Master. Well, I can keep Puppet Master at level 4, or I can maybe remove Poison Nova and get that point here. Not sure which would be the better way to handle things, but alright, let's do another map. I'm gonna collect the contract rewards. Rare map works bundle for decoration. Let's see. Hope I can get a fire map. There we go, a fire map with gearwork. Nice. The good thing about this is on the 8th of September, when the next patch is coming, we're getting 10 more skill points. So even though right now I don't have enough skill points to invest into everything I want, with those extra 10 skill points, I'm thinking of putting 4 points into Holy Bolt for the wide skills damage bonus, 4 points into Unholy Bolt for the dark skills damage, and then I'm gonna have 2 spare points. With those 2 spare points, I'm thinking of going 1 point Puppet Master, and then the other 1 point, I guess it doesn't matter. The other 1 point, if you want, you can get 1 point into 8-legged allies for the spiderlings, or you can go Energizer, or just increase the damage of something else. But it's nice to know that there's 10 more skill points that you would be able to get. There we go. Crit chance shrine, there we go. This crit chance shrine needs to be fixed, by the way. You can see not every hit is a crit right now, but it's supposed to be. When this shrine is on, every hit is supposed to be crit. So it's suffering from the same bug that I think might be happening to Snowstorm. I still can't confirm when I'm playing with Snowstorm whether every single hit is a crit versus frozen enemies, because it's hard to get the enemies being frozen for a long time to test it. No, not this way, the other way first. Let's get them to group up. Okay, we've got enough now. And like this, boom. Oh, there's some more enemies. Wow, look at that. It spawned 2 purple packs and a greeny green enemy. A lot of them over here in this part. Look at how many corpses we left on the ground. And hello Judge 80, nice to see you again, Judge 80. How have you been? Haven't seen you in a while. You've been alright? Well, I've been alright as well. I've been testing a lot of stuff in Torchlight 3, and recently I tested a game called Chronicon, which I really liked, which maybe I'm gonna stream later today. It depends. The sooner I level up this hero to 60, the sooner I can maybe go eat some dinner eventually, because it's still not dinner time here, but by the time I'm level 60 with this hero, it could be dinner time. And then after dinner I'm thinking of streaming some Chronicon, which I really love. I don't know, there's something about Chronicon that I really enjoy. Maybe it's just a combination of a lot of things clicking together there when it comes to making your build. How much has the game changed since alpha? Oh, since alpha there have been some changes, like the relics. The first major change you would notice is the relics are a specific skill tree. You select your relic at the start. When you create your hero, you select your relic and it's a permanent choice. You can no longer switch between one relic and another. And relics, you can see, have a bunch of skills, 5 active and 5 passive skills. So this is like a subclass now. Actually, not like, it is a subclass. So that's one big change. There's been other changes, mostly like they added an end game, a real end game. But the real end game is super boring right now. But it's a great way of getting items. From the Fazir's Dungeon, which is the name of the end game, you can get right now a very nice amount of gear per hour if you play it the right way. But it doesn't have direct rewards, so hopefully they rework it so that at certain thresholds, at certain checkpoints of the end game, you get rewarded for your time. Right now, with the end game, you kind of get different challenges, and each challenge has each set of challenges has a certain map modifier, and on top of that map modifier you pick a card. For each challenge level you have to pick a card, and on that card there will be a modifier that's negative and modifier that's considered positive by the game, and it stacks with the modifier for the challenge set. So every 4 levels you would be getting a new set of built-in challenges, and then for each stage you would be given a choice of 3 cards. I can't show you the end game right now, but it's basically Mapworks on steroids. They simplified Mapworks, and then the Fazir Dungeon is a mixture between the old Mapworks and maybe a little bit of new things. I like the new endgame system as a base, but I don't like how it's executed. I think it's too punishing, because if you die at a certain level, you go back to a checkpoint, which could be up to 3 levels prior to that. So you can end up losing like an hour or hour and a half, depending how slow you are, worth of progress after dying. And it's not fun that way. And you also have 0 lives in the end game, so if you die, it's over. And I think this fits well in roguelike dungeons, for example in Grim Dawn, Bastion of Chaos and stuff like that. But I don't think 0 lives fits the current end game. It's just boring. It's just boring if you only have 1 life. Even in Path of Exile, which is probably one of the most punishing RPGs I've played, even there you have 6 map portals when you're solo, and if you die you can return in the rifting system. The roguelike element fits preset dungeons, not rifting systems for me. I don't know, it seems like they've combined things that just don't click together. But it is good as a base, as a system. It's a little bit more original. Not more original, a little bit original, a little bit familiar to what we're used to seeing in rifting systems. So there's a lot that they can build upon with the fuzzier system. There's a lot they can build upon it, but I don't know, right now I think it's just not handled the right way. And the biggest problem with the endgame right now is people probably won't feel motivated to do it. Terry the tank is back. Hi Terry, welcome back. As for the relic choice at the start, you have a preview. You have a preview of all the skills. When you select the relic, you are given a choice of every single skill. So you can see, you can hover your cursor at the skills for every relic and for every class. You can see what your class skills are. You can also see what your relic skills are. And if you don't like the choice and how they go together, you can always go back. So you know, for example, okay, I'm gonna select this class. I'm gonna check the class skills, and I'm gonna see what those class skills can do. And then I'm gonna combine those class skills I like, that I think I wanna build into, with the relic that fits them based on element or mechanic and whatever. Some games like Grim Dawn wait for level 10 to give you the subclass choice. This game lets you select it at character creation. I know many people may not like this, but I think it's not that bad. The way they're handling it, you've got all the information you need right there. I still would have loved for a test server to exist where we can just create characters that are level 45 and that have already done the story, so we don't have to do it for our outs. If you want to try something different, to not have to level up a new hero, but to just be able to try it. A test environment would have been the best thing. But they removed it. They disabled the test environment because they apparently no longer need people testing things before they're patched. I think a game needs a permanent test realm. So whenever there's new stuff, you could let people test them for you and give you feedback before it makes itself to the patch. And I like being able to do it before, but now that the test realm is gone, it's kind of sad. And Juj80 says, so would you say the overall leveling and endgame experience is much better and worth a buy yet, or should I wait? The overall leveling and endgame experience is not much better. In fact, it's worse. I'm gonna be honest, the leveling experience is so bad right now. They really need to rebalance again. They nerfed the XP. They made monsters drop less XP. They made monsters more overpowered. They made monsters stronger in every difficulty, and sometimes even on practice I would be struggling with the leveling up, because the monsters are gonna be out leveling me and I'm not gonna be doing much damage, and they're going to be doing too much damage for me to handle because my gear is too low level. And with the next update, apparently they're revisiting the difficulties and they're rebalancing certain things. So the next update is apparently addressing this, the leveling up experience, the difficulties. They're gonna be revisiting all the difficulties. I'm not a fan of what they did to the higher difficulties. Adding movement speed to the higher difficulties just makes me not want to play the higher difficulties. But the problem is I can't get as much fame and as a result gear from the other lower difficulties, so I'm forced to play difficulties I don't want to play right now if I want to be farming efficiently. And the endgame mode as general is so boring and so overpowered. But yeah, I'd say just give it some more time. Wait before buying it right now. If you want a more pleasant experience in the end game, you can always wait another 1 or 2 months. Mm, the game's not gonna go away as long as you buy it before it launches, so you can get the cheaper price. Because you never know what the price will be when it launches. There might be collector's editions, there might be different types of editions with some cosmetics attached to them. You never know what editions they're gonna make. But we do know that the base price will go up after the early access phase on launch. But you can still wait until right before launch, so you can still get it cheaper than the launch price. But right now, if you really care about the end game, you might wanna wait if you want a smoother experience and more appealing experience in the end game and with the difficulties and everything. But yeah, I used to have a little bit more fun and more ease leveling up heroes. Right now, even on practice, sometimes I'm struggling. In fact, on practice, you might end up struggling more than on ridiculous, because on practice, you're gonna be getting out leveled by your enemies much more often, from what I've experienced myself. And the worst part is you can't make an out and do endgame with that out unless you finish the story. So if you do like what I'm doing right now, leveling up with maps instead of doing the story, you're getting fucked. You can't do the Fazir dungeon unless you finish the story. The game is restricting you in such a way where your outs need to complete the boring, and believe me, the story, in my opinion, is boring. If you've done it 1, 2, 3 times, it starts getting boring. And if you've done it more than 10, 12 times like me, it's boring is an understatement. Having to do this story over and over and over and over and over again, just so you can level up more heroes to test more builds. And the permanent choice of relics forces the players into leveling new heroes to test new builds. I can't just replace my subclass to test a new build. I have to go make a new hero, like this new mage, with a new relic and level it up. And I'm doing it, I just don't like the whole leveling up experience right now. For people like me who like having one of everything, one of every possible combination, the game is really showing us a middle finger. But we'll see. I'm hoping that they would improve. I've already given my feedback multiple times that I would like some more character slots and improvements to the leveling system, and not having to finish the story to do endgame. I wouldn't mind leveling up like this with map works, as long as I can do the endgame eventually. And I've already given my feedback that one endgame mode will not be enough for a game to launch with, if that endgame mode is what we've got right now, which is the Fazir's dungeon. The least they can do is add monster level scaling after you finish the story. It probably won't be too much work for them before the launch to squeeze in a system that allows us, after finishing the story with one hero, to be able to go into the story zones and have all the enemies in their scale with our level, and maybe have some special unique Uber bosses spawning there randomly while we're in those zones, to motivate people into farming those zones as well when they get bored of the end game dungeon grind. Something like that probably could be squeezed in as an alternative. We saw how it turned out for Wosen. only one endgame mode, very boring endgame mode, very repetitive, and the other ones were kind of the same, but stripped down. And this game has the exact same shit. Let's not call it shit. I use shit, but I'm not. When I say shit, I don't mean it disrespectfully. I instead of think, I use shit. Shit is like a synonym for think, for me. I don't use it in a negative way. But yeah, this game has the same shit Wolsen does. A rifting system with a limit, which I like, and then a stripped down version where it's much easier and where it doesn't become stronger, which is Mapworks, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm doing the stripped down version of the Fazier, the old Mapworks system, but without the Mapworks system of fixes that we used to have in the alpha. So this didn't work out for Wolsen. Only having one rifting system and a stripped down version of the rifting system and nothing other to do. It got boring pretty quick and people quit the game due to many other reasons, but this being one of the reasons. So hopefully this game just takes its time. I mean, if they want to launch this year, they've got time until December. They've got time until December if they want to really make it a 2020 launch rather than a 2021 launch. And they can implement some good stuff. They can implement some things to motivate us into farming, into trying new things out. I don't think a game needs to be grindy, but this game definitely feels very grindy when you want to level up outs. See, Chronicon, which I tested a few days ago and I probably would be playing later today, lets me make an out and jump right into the end game without doing the story. I've completed the story once on one hero, on my next heroes, however many they might be. The game is not forcing me to do the story, and I could just do anomalies and level up with those. And over there I get more XP by doing the harder difficulties, and I get more wood by playing the harder difficulties, which is the standard procedure in games. More XP and more wood at higher difficulties. There we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, almost got stunned. As for Chaos Bane, no news. No news have been given to us. I mean, as soon as I have more news on Chaos Bane, I'm probably gonna make a video with that, but the developers have been so quiet for the past 3-4 months. Since May, the developers have been quiet about Chaos Bane. The only thing we know about Chaos Bane is that it's coming to PlayStation 5 and the new Xbox, whatever its name was. So we'll see how that turns out, but I really would love to see more stuff coming to Chaos Bane. But the new consoles would definitely be a good move for the game if they want to make some money, if they want to keep development going. Them shifting their focus on the new console generations isn't a bad move, as long as they don't ignore PC gamers, of course. The majority of Chaos Bane players right now are probably console players, from what I'm noticing in the Discord. one of the biggest problems with Chaos Bane is the lack of communication from the devs. We're fine waiting for certain updates and stuff as long as we get posted, as long as we get updated. Once a week, once every 2 weeks, it's not hard to just write a few words, 1-2 sentences, letting your fan base know what's happening. Even a simple "here, we're currently working on a new system that would allow you to do this and this, and be patient, it's gonna come soon," or "hey, we have been rebalancing this hero and that hero and that hero and so on. This will be coming with the next update, without an ETA." Something like that would be nice from the Chaos Bane team, but they're one of the worst when it comes to communication. In the Discord server, the Chaos Bane Discord server, first of all, it's not an official Discord, it's just a fan-made Discord server. There's only a community manager for Echo Games and a community manager for Nacon. And they barely post anything, they barely post any updates. If you look at Extra Games, the developers of Torchlight 3, they're doing exactly the opposite. They're so good at communicating and keeping us posted, even about little minute changes that could be coming to the game. They just keep us updated all the way. If only Chaos Bane was this way. I wouldn't mind waiting for months for an upgrade, as long as I know what's happening, as long as I know there is an update coming. Yeah, Chaos Bane is yet another game with so much potential that just didn't get handled the right way. It is the only ARPG hack and slash in the Age of Sigmar universe, or whatever it's called, in the Warhammer Fantasy universe right now. Well, yeah, there will be a mobile version, Warhammer Odyssey, but we still only have Chaos Bane on PC and consoles as the Warhammer Fantasy ARPG hack and slash. And this by itself it means a lot to some people, having a game in the Warhammer universe, the Fantasy Warhammer universe, that they can hack and slash their way through enemies to get loot and stuff. But the marketing of the game has been handled very bad, and the community management has been kind of almost non-existent. But I guess that's due to lack of funds. Warhammer Chaos Bane probably doesn't have much funds and probably doesn't have a big team. I doubt they have more than 20 people working on the game right now. And I think their studio is working on other games as well, so probably Warhammer Chaos Bane could be on life support systems, on graveyard shift duty. Oh, wife bound system, that's another thing that I wish they would change. Right now the way wife bound works is you get a scroll of wife bound, you make an item wife bound, and you cannot make legendary items wife bound. And then if you die, you know, you lose the item. I think this system really needs to change into a system with durability, where you don't really lose the item, but you break it and then you can fix it after you find another item that is like a consumable for fixing things. Maybe something like that would be nice. The current version of the wife bound system is just so boring. The old version was better, where you find a wife bound item and then you make it not wife bound with the scroll. But this system right now is, I don't know, I don't like it one bit. I never will agree with the current wife bound system. It's just so boring. It's so boring and it's benefiting mostly hardcore players. Yes, how am I gonna get two weapons that are the same, equally strong, just so I can feel safe to wife bound my item? And in the game it's too easy to die. It's too easy to die randomly from glitches, bugs, overpowered enemies, rubber banding. There's too many things that can one-shot you on the higher difficulties, especially when you're doing the end game. And having a wife bound system like the current one just makes no sense. Unless you're a hardcore player. So most people right now just use the wife bound scrolls for extra source of money. 60 gold coins for each wife bound scroll. I mean, it's a little bit of extra gold, it's not much, but it's still better than nothing. Didn't go through. Let's keep moving this way. Come on, come on. Like this. Wow, this guy is not going down, is he? Barkening Brute. What level is my weapon? My weapon's level 49. I'm already fighting 51 enemies, so it's starting to feel like my damage could use a boost. But my next boost is at level 60. Could also use more flat damage in my gear. Level 60 I'm getting a big damage boost, so level 57 let's say. Level 60 items at level 57 I would be able to equip those. Things would get so much easier at 57. Because I'm getting so much damage then. Even with a green weapon, one-handed, it's still gonna be doing a decent amount of DPS. I need to find celestial gauntlets, and I do have one pair for level 60. So I can remove them from my legendary and put the bone. Should I put the bone razor for those extra skeletons, or should I get extra netherlings? I'm thinking of getting the extra netherlings. No, actually I'm gonna get the extra skeletons first. See how it plays out with them. Stacking block chance and evasion, by the way, is very nice way to get extra survivability. If you max out your block chance to 40% and your evasion to 40%, that's 36% chance to get hit when an enemy strikes you. It may not seem like a good thing, but it really is a very good thing. 36% chance to get hit, yeah, that's still 1/3 of the times you're gonna get hit. But still, 2 out of 3 times, ideally, you wouldn't be taking the hit at all. Wait, 49? Oh, this is an upgrade. This is an upgrade. How much more damage did I get? Like 400 more, not bad. And some more HP and defense. I totally forgot I had those legs prepared for when I can wear them. Seven and a half levels though, 7.5 levels till we max this one out. Entropy is almost maxed. One more level for entropy to be 10. Come on, come on. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna go maybe gamble a little, cause I've got a lot of gold coins that need to be spent. You have to do some gambling every now and then. So what do I gamble for? Let's say maybe a new chest armor. Don't wanna get gauntlets. I'm gonna go for a new chest armor maybe. New shoulders won't be bad as well. But with chest armor I get rid of money quickly. Oh, look at that. No greens. Just white and blue. Oh, my first legendary from gambling since the patch. Since the Relic subclass update. But by the way, there's a bug. Do you see I'm not getting green? I'm not getting green rarity. There is a bug with the chest gambling. You can see the green one doesn't drop. So if you want to abuse it, you're gonna be getting more blue and orange as a result of this. Because when the dice rolls, instead of rolling between 1 and 4, it's rolling between 1 and 3. Because one of the rarities that you could give him a petting. Should I keep this? Let's not keep this. Yeah, I just noticed this bug where you're not getting green chests, just blue and legendary and white. Okay, we spent the gold. We got a legendary even, which is not great honestly. Let me check how much DPS I can lose if I lose the physical damage. It's not much because I'm getting crit damage, but it's still a big loss. I think it's time to do anything with gearwork. Let's do this one. Okay, I muted myself to have a little drink here. Rapacious Watchtower. Okay, let's see here.
You can't use that skill.
He teleported a little bit too late. Need that potion. He's been spamming bombs at me for quite some time. Let's get those buffs going. Alright, I think we're fully buffed now. Who's throwing? Oh, that's who's throwing the bombs. Wait, weren't there more in? There we go. I was wondering where they went. And quest finished. See, this bug with not enough shadow step charges. I obviously had shadow step charges ready. At least one. And sometimes this bug would end up in me dying, because the game would think I have 0 charges of shadow step, but I would actually have 1 charge. It won't let me run away from danger. It's not nice to have bugs with your escape mechanic skills that prevent you from using them, when they're probably some of the most important skills for your survivability sometimes. come on, come on. I'm gonna go this way first. Might have missed some enemies there.
You are near death.
Yeah, those bugs are terrible sometimes. Where where you die due to a bug. I'm fine when I die due to my stupidity and my own mistakes. But if I sometimes die due to a bug or a glitch or connectivity problems with the server or whatever, then it really feels bad. I've accepted that I would be dying a lot when I play games, cause I sometimes just make super bad decisions in how to position myself, or sometimes I forget to use my potions. But when it's not my fault, then it really hurts. Okay, the pet finally healed me. Alright, we got them. This one left.
Your life is slipping away.
I have zero potions. I have zero potions. I need to be a little bit more careful. The zero potion life. The struggle is real. Come on, pet. I know you wanna heal me. I know my pet has a healing skill. It just doesn't use it as much as I want it to. Or maybe when it does use it, it's too far away from me. Now there's this bug. How am I gonna pull the enemies to come to me without dying? Like this probably.
You're gravely wounded.
Alright, we killed those. We killed those. This ended up hitting a wall. Oh, I've got 2 potions now. I'm gonna save them. I'm gonna let my pet heal me as I'm traveling to the next stages. Come on, pet, heal, heal. There we go. Boss time. 2 potions should be more than enough for this boss fight. Problem is my ult is not ready. Actually no, my ult is ready. My miasma is not that much ready though. Come on. Like this. My asthma is kind of full. And final burst. In fact, this almost got me. It also hurts when you die from an enemy like this. You kill the boss and he drops a bomb. And you don't dodge the bomb because you forget about it. This also is one of the times where it kind of is painful to die. '53 soon. At 53 I'm getting my entropy maxed out. And that's gonna add a little bit of extra DPS with those explosions from the entropy projectiles. Let's do another map. Okay. Oh, come on. So what have we here? I'm not gonna fight this golem, it's just not worth the time. Oh, this was nice, 2 potions. Oh, that's what I was forgetting. I forgot to buy potions. Okay, we're buffed up now. Now we're double buffed up. Oh, come on. And now let's group up some more of those together. Maybe over here should be a good place to do this.
Level up.
53, nice. This is what I've been waiting for this DPS boost. Kind of disappointed where Holy Fury is not doing the tier 3 bonus. You can see Holy Fury tier 3 doesn't seem to work. It's not getting double the width. This one is maxed out now.
You can't cast that.
Come on. come on. Wait, should I go the other way first? I think I need to go this way first. I have a feeling that this is the dead end. Did we get them all there? The rest I can get on my way back, I guess. Oh, look at that. Unique and a legendary enemy. Flame or freeze, okay. I'm wondering if it's just visually not telling me that Holy Fury is double the width, or whether it really isn't, because maybe it's still, maybe it looks that like it's not white, but it might actually be white 2 times. It definitely looks the standard size. You can see it seems like the beam is the same size, but maybe around that beam it's hitting more. Let's see. No, it doesn't seem like it's hitting more. I tried it. If they're not within the beam, they don't get hit. See, I'm not hitting them now. Did this one just get healed? No, he's not getting hit at all. How is this even possible? Look at that. That was the weirdest thing ever. This one as well. I was clearly hitting it, because it was getting swowed. They need to look into Holy Fury some more. Holy Fury is not just broken with the tier 3 bonus not working, but there's other things with the collision of Holy Fury and it doing damage to enemies. And it's not dropping a potion. Damn, I really need a potion before the boss fight. I'm gonna try and not use this one that I've just got. Shit, I'm stuck. Okay, so I've got 2 potions. That should be enough for the boss. Pet, heal me, come on, there we go. This one's spamming too much. He's using his bomb attack a little bit more often than he should, in my opinion. I don't think he should be spamming those bombs this much. Unless spamming the bombs is his only attack. Because those bombs can two-shot me. Two of those and I'm down. On Ridiculous, I think it's even one of those bombs and you're down. There we go.
It's rigged.
Where did this one spawn from? And this one. Okay, getting there, getting there. 7 more levels. 6.5 roughly. It's tiring leveling up in this game, honestly.
You'll come back with more coin.
Let's collect some contracts. Maybe a good fire map would drop from those. Stormblade, of course. Of course, it's gonna be a Stormblade.
Here for
I'm not
coin.
gonna even
Here for
salvage it.
coin.
I'm just gonna sell it.
I'll see you soon, I'm sure.
You can't use that skill.
Oh, I forgot to sell some stuff here.
Hail. Can I offer you a... Oh, I'll be seeing you soon.
Let's do it like this. Let's keep moving. Not much damage, eh? Look at that, it's barely taking damage. That's because I don't have my buffs on me right now. Okay, one buff is here. And you just saw this one bug where my character is doing the animation with the hands as if he's channeling Holy Fury, but in reality it was just handing its hands in front of himself. There was no beam, so sometimes this also happens. So far, three bugs with Holy Fury that need to be fixed. The tier 3 bonus, the one without the beam, and the one where the beam doesn't really hit properly enemies within its range. But I haven't played with Holy Fury much since the start of early access, so I never noticed those bugs. I rarely used Holy Fury, and if I did, I never invested that many points in the alpha, in the early access. In the alpha, I had Holy Fury builds, and I did use it very often, especially in combination with Entropy. It was my jam, Entropy and Holy Fury. I really liked that combo back in the alpha days. I've been postponing making a Holy Fury based build for a while. I guess this one kind of could count. I don't need to use Holy Fury, but I like using it in this build. Visually it looks nice, by the way. It looks nice you're doing the orb, and while the orb is doing stuff, you're swallowing stuff. A little bit of knockback would really help that build, like no more than 20%. You don't want to knock them back too much, because then you're not going to be doing damage if they're away from your projectiles. But 20% knockback should do the trick. Even 15 should be fine. So you can every now and then get some extra hits of Entropy on them while they're getting knocked back the orb to be able to hit them a few more times. Why do I keep getting that same layout, that same goblin map layout? This is one of the worst goblin layouts to get, by the way, if you're doing that first act. Oh, we've got one here. He's coming. He's coming to get us. I'm gonna play it a little bit differently. I'm gonna go behind. Now go this side. And do this. Loving the hitting sounds of Entropy. It wasn't letting me teleport. Sometimes it does that. You see that they end up getting healed up due to dissing. The game thinks they took a certain amount of damage, but then it reverts their HP a little bit higher. Come on, spiders, bite, bite, chomp, chomp. Okay. And like this. No, 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 not like this. Can I go and pull them all together from this side and from the other side? Maybe do something like... See, those spiders are falling behind. They messed up my plan. I wanted to just group them up together and entropy them. Now they just spread out again. Fuck it, let's just kill. Look at how many of those warriors we've killed. Or swaggers, whatever they're called. Were those the swaggers? Maybe those were the Netherrim swaggers, not the warriors. Oh, and there's another one here. Okay, this one's done. From behind again, really? Okay. This one took a while to die. Look at how many of the big guys there are here. It's a swagfest. Right, we're going this way now. Really need to fix this part. It's so hard to click on the chest. from certain angles.
You can't do that.
Let's do it like this. Almost 54. We're not gonna be 54 by the end of this map. But let's say 2-3 more maps and we're gonna be 55 even. And at 57, as I said, things will go very high with the DPS. Even with the green weapon at 57, when I get my blue leg and chest armor with poison flat, things are definitely changing then. There we go. Got 9 potions, should be more than enough for the boss fight. 10. Not sure why I'm picking those up. I don't really need the materials right now, but you never know what they're gonna do and what other ways of spending powder there will be. Q79 is back and it's saying, how is melee now? Well, melee is just like before. Just like before. You've got Forged as melee, you've got Realm Master as melee. It's not bad to play melee. But I don't know, I mean, it's not meta, but it's good. It's not meta, but you can still have some fun melee builds. In the Slammer tree of the Realm Master, there's a lot of good melee stuff. Forged Brow, the Brow skill tree of the Forged is pretty good as well. I love the spin to win in the punching as well. Not a fan of a servo-driven uppercut, but I have never been a fan of that skill ever since I first started playing a Forged. It always felt wrong how servo-driven uppercut behaves, but some people love it. I can't say much about it because I haven't played much with it. I always tried to see if they changed it, but I always end up switching it after a few minutes of playing with it. But yeah, the Cyclone mode and the rapid strikes on the Forged are fun to play. With the Realm Master you've got Pound, you've got Spike Drive, you've got Hammer Spin, what else was there, Torque Swing. There's some melee stuff you can do. Basic attacks are underpowered. Basic attacks are capped at 60% attack speed. So if you want to do a basic attack melee build, it's still gonna be fun, you can still do one, but it's again gonna be underpowered. Capping attack speed at 60% feels so wrong to me, considering that the Electrode Relic with one skill can give you 25% attack speed and with another 50%. So you can't even get the total 75% attack speed that the Electrode Relic can give you in the current state of the game. And you can get like 37-40% attack speed on one single item. On one single item in your equipment you can get like between 30 and 40 attack speed if you're lucky. on the blue item. Or if it drops on a legendary. I don't know if they allow legendary to drop with attack speed. I think they do. So legendary can probably go up to 40%. Maybe blue can go a little bit lower. But yeah, it feels terribly bad capping attack speed at 60%. But in general, every single attack speed I think needs to be revisited. Some weapons' basic attacks are just bad. Not just the speed, but the amount of enemies you hit for the damage you make, for the speed it takes to spam those attacks, doesn't fit well. And basic attacks are very disappointing in this game, because it would have been much better if they made them like a combo, a series of strikes, each strike dealing more damage than the previous, and like every 3 or 4 or 5 strikes you go back to the beginning of the combo. It would have felt a little bit better if that's how basic attacks were, like some sort of like impactful, meaningful thing that you can build around. I love basic attack builds in games though. And I made one for this game. My last build was actually a basic attack build. The Zealot Train was my Seismic Charger 2.0 in a way. And the Electrode Realm Master kind of train plus basic attack setup. But it was disappointing playing and making that one build then. But that's what I do. I test builds, and whether they're strong or not, it's not up to me. But oh yeah, look at this. Look at that damage bonus I'm getting. Ideally you would get something like this at level 60. See, imagine if I could upgrade this item to become a level 60 item and get the level 60 poison damage and percent poison damage stats. It would have been nice. And you can get something similar in the leg armor. In the leg armor you can get the same 2 rows. Fat poison, percent poison. That's some min-maxer territory there. Min-maxer territory is getting something with those rows together. I like the customization in Chronicon. In Chronicon I can carry over, let's just use that word. I can carry over the affixes of one item of the same type, same unique, legendary, etc. item of level 60, for example, to the same item, same exact. For example, let's take a Bomb Walker. So if I've got a level 48 Bomb Walker and a level 60, and I like the stats and sockets and gems in the socket of the level 48, in Chronicon you would be able to take those and transfer them to a higher level one. And this really feels great. I mean, there's so many good things about Chronicon that I wish other games had as systems. I'll be playing more Chronicon tonight if I manage to level this hero up to 60 before it's too late. So right now I'm just trying to get this one to 60, and then after that I'm gonna start leveling my Templar, my Retaliation, Thorns and Nova Templar in Chronicon. We just did a Goblin map. Let's do this one. But yeah, the developer of Chronicon has some great ideas regarding how certain things should be with itemization and stuff like that. I'm wondering what he could have done with a 3D game with a team behind him and a decent budget. Because he obviously has some ideas regarding itemization and skill synergies and how to build the classes and passives and everything. Let's see here. Just my work, getting poison automatons. Getting poison automatons on an electric map, because I remember starting an electric map, an Act 3 map. I didn't start the poison one, or did I? Might have started. Oh, I started the poison one, but I get Act 3 map. Act 3 map with poison enemies. Okay. I guess it's different than the Hivit maps, but a little bit more variety. But I'd take Hivit over those overpowered green automatons. Not this one here, but this one, the green. The Toxic Custodian. Super overpowered enemy right now. Okay, now I'm starting to invest into Spirit Well to max it out. It is time for us to max out Spirit Well, finally. Can't wait to get those extra 10 skill points next month. Extra 10 skill points would make this build feel complete. I don't need extra 10, I need extra 8 points. But 10 will be perfect, because with extra 8 points I can get 4 points here, and I can get 4 points here. And this makes my build kind of complete. The other 2 points are kind of quality of life. Right now I'm not gonna get it until the next update when they give us those 10 extra skill points. At least they're promising, they promise that they're gonna give us 10 extra skill points. Hopefully they keep their word and do give us more. Because 20% more damage to dark and light skills will be pretty handy for entropy, for spirit well, for what's its name, holy fury. Hell, even for dark spears, which I don't use for damage, I use it for building up the light buff bar and for swallowing. Come on. By the way, this is why I say that blue items on the chest and leg are better than legendary items. Because you can get this percent poison damage and flat poison damage on a legendary item. And if you get it on a blue item in the chest and in the leg, it's gonna be pretty great, pretty nice. Let's see what's happening here. Like that. And go here. Those stone elementals have one-shot me one too many times. Right now my defenses are terrible because my gear is very underpowered. You can see I'm at like 32%. Oh, 82% defense versus prime. Oh, that's because of the shrine. That's because of the shrine. I definitely shouldn't have 82% electric. There we go, 23. 21, 23. This seems legit. The 82 kind of made me wonder what the hell. And the weirdest part about this map is it makes no sense to have a map like this with electric shrines, but the enemies being poisoned. They really need to rework this. If there's gonna be poison enemies, change the fucking shrines to be poison. Because right now I'm not fighting electric enemies, so why the electric shrine? It's not gonna help me against the poison and physical enemies on this map. But I guess they're still figuring out that I'm seeing and I'm appreciating that they're trying to give us more variety of map plus enemy combinations. But if the enemies are one type, the shrines should match that type. And in fact, shrines right now probably need a rework. There aren't that many shrines, most of them are super underwhelming. And I don't really get excited when I see shrines other than maybe the movement speed and the crit shrine. And the crit shrine right now is buggy and it's not really giving 100% crit. So it doesn't get you over the 40% crit chance cap. But they said they're working on fixing certain skills to go over the crit chance cap. So this is getting fixed soon, probably with the next update, along with some other skills that supposedly would allow us to go over the crit chance cap. Probably passive skills that give us crit chance to certain light or dark skills or adventure or precision skills and so on. Probably those passives would give us crit chance over the 40% cap. And this is a new thing, 40% crit chance cap. We didn't have this cap before. So before you could even get it to like 100 or whatever. But yeah, it's not bad. I actually agree with the cap there. 40% crit chance cap is kind of balanced and reasonable. Wait, where did it go? Oh, over here. Sleepy Seed, no Chronicon today. Sleepy Seed, there's probably gonna be Chronicon. I just wanna get this hero to level 60. I get this hero to level 60 and then there should be Chronicon after this is 60. Because this one I want it at level 60 so I can make a build video for it tomorrow. But yeah, I wanna start my, what's its name? My Templar. I wanna start leveling her up. Last night I started playing a little bit with the archer just to see how the archer goes. I wanna make a frozen archer as well. And I started leveling up the frozen archer just to see how it is. But I haven't started leveling the Templar, and I will level that Templar today and in the following days. And I will be leveling it just with end game. I noticed that it's not great to start leveling up on heroic. My archer, I started leveling up on heroic and it felt weak until like level 10-15. After level 10-15 heroic felt the perfect difficulty to level it up on. And maybe eventually moving on to a different one would also be a good thing. I need my pet to heal me really urgently. But I'm probably gonna start leveling the Temper on the normal difficulty and at level 15 switch to heroic and probably around level 40 or whatever switch to another one. And I want a temper with retaliation damage and novas. So as I'm standing next to the enemies, they're getting hit by novas. And I'm also reflecting damage. So I'm thinking that Shock and Holy Nova, the Shock and the Holy Nova, I can stack. And I noticed one of the skills of the Novas. There's that skill that summons Shock Orbs. I forgot the name of that skill, but there's that one that summons Electric Orbs. And I'm thinking this one would go very well. Chance to stun on a chest. Interesting combination of skills. Okay. But yeah, I really want to play Chronicon today. My fingers are itching for Chronicon, and that's probably gonna be after dinner. It's 7 p.m. now, so we'll see if I can level up quickly enough. I mean, I don't have to get this hero to level 60, but I really want to get it to level 57 at least. If I get it to 57, I'm gonna have my level 60 gear equipped, and the build will feel complete. So let's at least get this hero to 57 before I stop playing Torchlight 3 for today. We've got a little bit more XP, 3 more levels, so that should probably be what, 2 hours? 2 hours probably seems like reasonable. And then we can have some fun with Chronicon for a couple of hours or 3 hours more. Let's see here. This map should be very good XP, by the way. Okay, there's a lot of enemies. I'm actually gonna go and spawn them all. I'm gonna do this. Spawn every single enemy I can, and then start killing afterwards. I think this is good enough. Look at how many we've got here. Seems like I'm not hitting everyone there. Alright, there was a lot more here to get. Let's get him. Oh, witch. Come on, die. Wait, I'm not doing damage. Do you see that? It's not colliding. Okay, now it started. Something weird going on with Holy Fury, indeed. Let's get all of them spawned. And let's go this way. Oh, and this shrine is gonna be useful. Let's keep moving this way. Like this. Okay, let's move this way. Might seem a little bit weird how I played grouping them up first before I damage, but it seems like a nice way to do things. Let's get some more. Any survivors, stragglers, other than the witch? Oh, I've missed some spawns here. Come on, come on. And I don't think there's any more to spawn, so let's spawn those over here. And the other on this side of things. That should be more than enough. Come on. Nice, a shrine. May not be much damage, but it's still okay. It's still better than not having that little bit of extra AoE. Can we spawn some more for this fight? Like over here. And over here maybe. Okay, this is a nice choke point, I'm gonna use it. What are they fighting here? Infernal Warrior. Alright, witch, die. I'm gonna go this way first. There we go. I think that's everything I could get to spawn. Good XP in this map. This is the type of maps I love doing. So much density, so much XP per hour. I'm either gonna be 55 or very close to it by the end of this map. I could switch to a lower difficulty, by the way, now that I've got a lot of maps. I could switch to something lower so I can kill stuff quicker, but I don't think I'm gonna be doing things much quicker in practice, for example, or normal. Because I'm killing them quick enough as it is. At best I'm gonna be just killing stuff quicker with Holy Fury without needing entropy as much. Am I stuck? Okay, I was kinda stuck, I couldn't move. Finally a potion dropped. Nice. Nice. I'm gonna test it. After this map I'm gonna test switching to practice to see how quickly I can kill stuff and get the remaining levels. My weapon really needs an upgrade. I think at this point even a green weapon without a socket, as long as it has base poison damage, will be more than my current one. Stop running away, monsters. Cluster up, cluster up. Come here, come here. There we go. No, we got a unique. Oh, and an elite group. If I go to practice, I'm gonna be able to see the real damage of this build without damage reductions. Did anyone drop a potion? I think I heard a potion drop sound. Yes, there was one. Look at this map, man. This is the type of map I love doing. Need to pull them over here because they're too dangerously close to the fire. And combine that with 0 potions left. Like this. Alright, let's go collect what we can. And I think it's time to go to the boss fight, maybe. Oh no, there's still a lot more left from the map. Well, not a lot, but at least a pack or two of enemies. Just use my last potion though. And my ult. Okay. And my ult is ready right on time. I may not have miasma.
You feel refreshed.
But at least the Arachnid Assault is ready. I'm gonna wait a little bit for 25 energy and then use it like this. Alright, so maybe we can try practice for the next map, just to see how much quicker I could get XP. It's always random, so it always depends. It depends on the enemies we get and the map we get and how much density the map has got. But yeah, any extra minute I can save today would be worth it.
Potions for you, potions for your little friend.
This one would probably give me better DPS. Oh wait. My pet needs this. Speaking of pets, my actual pet wants some food. So I'm gonna quickly run an ad break on Twitch and on YouTube. There's not gonna be ads because I can't run them. But give me like 90 seconds or let's say 60 seconds. And I'm gonna feed my pet over here because he just woke up and started rubbing himself against me. Come on, Sky. Come. Say hello. Alright, let's give him some food now. Okay. I think that should be enough. Hopefully he doesn't want more soon. Alright, let's go back to grinding. Man, it's been very warm today. I don't know what's going on, but it's been very warm today here. So I saved this to use it. And this for my pet. Now I'm gonna quickly try something, gambling for one-handed weapons. Or maybe getting one from a gear bundle. If only this one was poison. This one would have been amazing if it was a poison weapon. But I can keep it for a physical damage build. For a blood mage.
Just who I wanted to see. Oh, you'll be back.
Rapid bartering. I can test if they fixed it.
for coin. Gear for coin.
Okay, we've got a little bit of coin we can spend. We can toss a coin to our gambler. Perfect. I don't think I need this anymore. Wait, what did I just sell? Did I sell the wrong one? In case we find something better, let's spend the rest. I don't think we can beat this mace though. Still gonna upgrade us. I'm gonna quickly go to my fort and test how much damage I can get in the socket. This one gives me 300. If I get 300 on this, or maybe actually I can probably get 700. It's gonna be better than the mace. So let's gamble for that. Oh, I didn't save money for disenchanting. Fuck. Totally forgot. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's just gonna be a small difference. I'm gonna try disenchant it once, and if it doesn't work, that's it. 200 extra poison damage. It wrote on the first try. Well, we got it. It's a little bit better than the mace. The mace we don't need. And this nether grip we can probably put in some storage somewhere. I'm gonna put it where it belongs. This is my level 60 armor. This is my level 60 leg armor. Those are potentially 60 boots, but I'm gonna wear Celestial, I guess. And those are my level 60 pet items I'm saving for this build. The poison stuff. Alright, we're good to go now. Oh, we've got a skill point. Oh, and I forgot to buy potions. But even if I didn't forget, I don't have the gold to buy many. What's the time? 21 past 7. Gave me spiders, of course. Yeah, the damage on practice obviously is better, because there's no damage reduction. If I'm not mistaken, I think on painful I do 50% of my real damage. Or 40%. I need to check again the numbers, what they were. I'll get them all to spawn first. Yeah, it's probably gonna be a little faster here to level up. I've already got a bunch of maps saved up, so even if I don't see elite champions like purple, green or yellow ones to get fame for more maps, I still have a bunch saved up, so that's fine. Can just focus on the XP rather than the fame this time. I do wish I woke up earlier today though, but I woke up at like 3 in the afternoon. Not sure why I overslept this much. I probably went to bed at 6 in the morning, so shouldn't have slept for 9 hours. Oh, come on. Over here, there should be some more. Yeah, I'm already halfway to 56. That's pretty nice. No, almost halfway, but actually now I already passed it. I didn't see the 9 being 9. I thought it was an 8. See, I'm gonna level this one until 57. Then maybe a short break for dinner. And to Photoshop a new thumbnail for the Chronic on stream. But the Photoshopping's easy, I just needed to change some text from my old thumbnail. Instead of first try to say new playthrough or tempo or leveling up a tempo, maybe I'm gonna write it down as leveling up a tempo. I wish I could start the next map within this map, but they changed it to not be able to use portals inside of those dungeons. So let's say maybe 4 or 5 maps should be enough to get the XP I need, maybe 6. It depends on the maps mostly. If only I had access to Fazir's dungeon for a gauntlet map. Actually, I've never tried it with this hero since some of the changes recently, but I'm pretty sure I still won't be able to access Vizier. They never changed anything to it, so yeah, I can't click on it. Not with this hero. The next map will be... let's do a poison one. My poison versus their poison. It's gonna be a noxious encounter. Should I even bother with killing this one? Oh, is this gonna be... no, it's not gonna be, okay. Sometimes I get maps where there's not enough automatons and it's a kill automaton map. I'm gonna try and pull as many as I can together. I'm hearing some meowing, I'm wondering if it's our cat or not. Somewhere from the distance, so can't tell if it's Sky or not. I can go and check it quickly, just give me a moment. I wanna make sure it's not our cat. It's not him. It's not him, he's here. It must be some other cat again. Alright, never mind then. Just wanted to make sure. Wow, did you see him rubber band? They still haven't fixed the rubber banding of charging enemies. Returning to where they started their charge, but still hitting you. He just did it 3 times in a row. Charging, going here and then suddenly teleporting back there. Let's see what's here. Right. See how it's not hitting as often with that Holy Fury. Seems weird, but not much we can do about it right now with its weird hitting hitbox or whatever it's called.
You can't cast that spell here.
Time for the boss fight. I don't have my ult or anything, but I think an entropy should be enough. On this difficulty, maybe 3 entropies. Okay, not just one. There we go. I'm gonna try and start the next map immediately. This one was bad, we barely got any XP from it. But at least it was a quick one. I wish I had more fire maps, because the chances of getting goblins there are much stronger. If I get a electric map with those little white goblins, not white goblins, the blue goblins, it will be perfect, because that's a lot of XP. Blue goblin maps are just amazing. Of course now they're gonna spawn there. What were they doing when I was near them? Why did they not spawn when I was here? They waited until I left. The same with those. Wondering if I should just leave this map and start a new one. I can just clear whatever I can clear quickly, and then the rest can just be skipped.
Cast that here.
Okay, let's do it properly this time. Like this, and boom. There's a little bit more here to get. Which way do I go? Oh, I need 4 more 4 more of those. Alright, they should drop around this part here. 1 there, so 3 more. No. Okay, 1 more. And level up. Yeah, another quick map. Well, quick maps are not so bad. That means we're getting the XP from completing the quest more often. May not be much, but it still helps. He dodged at the worst possible time. There's no dodging this time though. I'm gonna start the next map right away again. Probably just feed the Tree of Luck maybe, or give my pet some gear. Just to get rid of the drops. Another electric. I'm hoping, I'm fishing for those, fishing for the blue goblin maps. By the way, since they've added this this part in the game, the compression system. Since they added the new compression system that this game uses, I've been noticing some weird pixelization of the loading screens. I think it might be not as lossless as advertised. Because the Relic subclass update mentioned them using a new compression system. That I researched that. I went to the website of the company that that's in charge of this compression system. It was saying it's lossless and everything, but I've noticed those loading screens look very pixelated, especially this one with the map. This one with the map in particular looks super pixelated. I'm not sure whether it has anything to do with the compression, but maybe it does. Let's see what's here. We got the blue goblin map, by the way, as you see. We got rewarded. Wait, this one is physical, it's not lightning damage? So the little goblins, I guess sometimes are physical. Oh, and there's Vultura as well.
It's a trap.
I'm gonna try and spawn them all. Why they're not attacking me? Okay, there we go. They're finally on my tail. There we go. Oh, I love it when they come out of the cannon. I wish there was a special goblin coming out of the cannon with some hidden wood. See, that little bit of detail, some people really love that little bit of detail, such as for example those critters you can step on, such as the goblins coming out of cannons like this one that are not facing outward. But this game is definitely designed against speed running. You can see the enemies are not spawned until you come nearby. The majority of the enemies, you have to come nearby and then they start spawning, but they don't spawn the whole pack at the same time. They would just come one by one or one by two, something like that. So bit by bit to prevent people from just it's just not designed. It's not designed in a way where you would, like Chronicon or other games, go, hit them 1, 2, 3 times, kill the whole pack and move on to the next one and just keep speed running. I know some of my viewers on YouTube have said they don't like this, and others have said the opposite. So this is nice to see that, that there are so many different opinions, I guess, when it comes to games, regarding how people wanna get their fun, how people wanna play. Oh, look at that! I'm beaming upwards. Anyone else seen this bug before? Weird bugs. Right. Yeah, we just need one more level before I make a short dinner break. Cause I've only had my breakfast at 3 in the afternoon and it's already been 4 hours since there, for 4 and something hours. So it's time to have my lunch/dinner. But I'm thinking of uploading maybe tomorrow a video about Chronicon with my impressions. I'm probably gonna record some of the footage while streaming. I can try and record some of it, or I can just rip my stream, download it, and just use the footage from there and just voice over it and mute it. It could work as well. But I'm thinking of, yeah, making a first impressions video. I'm gonna record myself talking about some of the systems, and eventually maybe make a beginner's guide for Chronicon when I'm more familiar with the game. Because I'm still a beginner and I still need the guide myself. So I'm not gonna be making any guides until until I actually have the knowledge and hours behind the game to know how things work. So yeah, I'm also wondering what the cap on bog chance is. I noticed some passive skills in Chronicon allow me to increase my bog chance cap by like 10%. So probably the cap might be um, 20, 30, 60 no, actually let's say I think it's not gonna be more than 50 or 60% cap. I don't think it's gonna be 20% under the limit, under 100%. I don't think it's gonna be 80% cap. But we'll see if there's items. I don't know if there's temper only items that give me bog chance. Someone shared with me a link a few days ago when I was streaming Chronicon with all the legendary items that have been known at the time of making that. I kind of forgot to save it. I think I bookmarked it, but I forgot to write it down. So I'm gonna check if I can see what gear we've got there. Today on my stream I'm gonna have a look at this and maybe share my screen with everyone to see, so we can maybe figure out some gear I wanna be gambling for. Thankfully I've got a lot of money saved up from farming on my other hero. A lot of coins, a lot of crystals I mean. So gambling at the early levels doesn't take much coins, much crystals. And I can just constantly get geared up with purple and pink items, purple and unique items, and eventually legendary items when they start dropping after a certain level. Wow, leveling up. I've also saved up some low level items while leveling up my what's her name, my warden, my archer, my frozen archer. I'm thinking of making frozen slash splinter build on my archer, because I've noticed a lot of things that passively in the mastery section increase the damage of splinter, and I've noticed passives that increase the damage of splinter, and I've noticed that I can make ice skills cause splinter as well. So I'm thinking of doing it like that for the ranger. And while leveling, I've noticed satellites do help me. Satellites on the archer do help me. I'm wondering if it's gonna be a good build to get satellites in my gear for the archer. Okay, 2-3 more maps and we should be done until level 57. This one was kind of a small map, so let's try and get another one with blue goblins. See, this is the map that I'm saying is pixelated. You probably are noticing yourself. Compared to before, it does look lower quality. Netherman Vultura map, eh? Orange spiders. I'm gonna do this map the usual way. Up, down, up. There aren't many spawns, are there? But that's because it's on practice. It definitely has much less enemies than the other difficulties. At least the maps are a little bit quicker. Oh, that's the level, okay. Let's do this side now. Got that XP. Almost halfway done with the level. So maybe 2 more maps. If this one doesn't give me much XP, 2 more should do the trick. Trying to get them all to spawn before I use entropy. Like this. No. Okay, that was close. Over here. Oh, I cleared this. Okay, so now it's time to go back through the middle. Kill the last bit of remaining resistance on this map. Die. Seriously? It didn't want to hit it. Boss fight. What's my XP now? 1102. Okay. Yeah, 2 more maps should do the trick if they're not as bad as this one. Should I go for poison? I don't think I want to go for poison map right now. Let's keep fishing for the blue goblins. Come on, come on. There we go. Automatons, okay. I'm gonna try and get them all to show themselves like this. And this. Oh, a legendary drop. It's been a minute since I've got one. It's not letting me teleport. Fuck. This buggy teleport skill. I pressed my spacebar a bunch of times until it finally let me teleport. It kept saying not enough, what was it, shadow step charges, and I clearly had a green charge there. Like now, just the same bug is happening. There we go. And now it used 2 of my charges. Weirdly enough, it used 2 of my charges with this one teleport. So I've got 1 charge now. I think the dead end is here. And there we go. Are we close? Yeah, we're right at it.
You can't cast that here.
There. One more map should probably do the trick. This one didn't give as much XP as I hoped. I would have liked for this map to give me like 100 more XP. Well, in the worst case, I'm gonna have to do 1 extra, and it would give me the XP needed. Just need a long big map, that's all we need. One that takes a while to complete. I think I've got a better one for electric damage. I'm just gonna get rid of this. Can I get another map bundle, maybe with a fire map? Okay, I'm gonna go for the goblin map. Please don't be the one with the water. Just don't be the one with the water. If it's the one with the water, I'm just gonna rush it, because it's a bad one. Automatons on a fire map. Okay. Unfortunately, this is probably not gonna give me that much XP as a map, but we'll see. Let's get them all to spawn. Look at how little enemies are spawning.
Your pet is running away. Your life is slipping away.
The density of this map is so bad. Nice. And actually, let's clear the dead end first, and then return this way. Okay. Is this the quest finished? A few more drops. See again, not enough charges of Shadow Step. It keeps saying that.
Your pet has returned.
Even though I clearly had a charge there. See, now I don't, but now I should have one. Let's do it like this. I think that's all I could gather up for AoE here. I'm clearly gonna need another map though. This one just doesn't cut it. I only got like 200 XP in this map so far. This is just so bad. And there's not gonna be enough quest drops to even finish it. Yay for bugs. Now I have to go through extra loading screens. Let's keep doing this then. Hopefully this is enough to finish. I just need 400 XP. 400 XP on a map is the average usually, so a map needs to be very bad like the previous one to not give you 400 XP. And that previous one was bad because first of all there weren't enough automaton enemies to drop the quest items to get the XP from the quest. And it was a small one as well. This one's also kind of a bad map, so I might not get what I need from it. Hopefully I do. Let's see here. Alright, 200 more XP. See, getting the quest really did help. And yeah, at level 60 I've got Celestial Gauntlets waiting for me. So I can unsocket them from the Legendarium, and then I can put what's it called, a Bone Razor. I've got level 60 Celestial items waiting for me, such as shoulders as well. I've got Celestial stuff saved up basically, and I've got the blue chest and blue legs for damage. And the green weapon at level 60 with a socket to get some poison on it. So at 57 we're equipping those. Yeah, this map doesn't seem like it's gonna be enough unless something magically happens and it starts spawning tens and tens of enemies in every spawn spot. It's just bad enemies. It's rats and spiders. Rats and spiders. And the spiders are really not something that spawns in bunches like the goblins do. Probably should have done this map on a different difficulty, so it spawns more enemies. The game just trolling me so badly. with the last few maps. So it looks like when I finish this map, I'm gonna be just a few kills away from from the level, and I'm gonna have to do another map just for like 10-20 enemies or so. Can I kill this rat here?
Your health is low.
42 XP. We could actually get it. Oh, nice. We're gonna get it. This should improve things. It all depends on whether the enemies at the boss give me XP or not. If the boss gives me 30 XP, we are settled. I don't think I'm gonna get 30 XP from a single boss. But if the ads do give XP, then we are good. There's no ads. There is one. I wanna kill it before the boss. Don't kill the boss. Come on, pets. Yeah, I'm gonna need another map, fuck. For a few enemies, oh boy. Why does the game throw me so much? I'm not gonna finish the whole map, I'm gonna go in, kill 5 enemies, go out. Let's see, like this. This should be enough. There we go. Okay, we're done with the leveling. I mean, 3 more levels to 60, but I just needed to wear 60 items. I didn't care if I'm level 60 or not. Eventually it will be 60, and eventually this one will be maxed out. Let's go to my fort. I forgot to teleport to it, just to equip the right items now. Maybe enchant my weapon. It's nice when you can wear level 60 items at 57. So we've got this revolver, we've got this thing here, this thing here. Should I wear this, even though it's not gonna give me as much damage? For now, let's leave it there. So this is getting equipped, this is getting equipped. And I need to enchant with poison. Oh, I don't think I can get poison. Wait. I've already got another element. I forgot. I need to get a different element that's not poison on it. Fireworks. Okay. See, this is super basic weapon, but it's better than anything else I can wear right now that I've got in my storage. So let's take the celestial items. Actually, I've got a level 60 bomb walker as well that's waiting for me. More defense, more block chance, more fire defense. Where are the celestial items? And there we go, the shoulders are here. And this one is a mana cost for spirit well. It works perfectly for my setup, by the way. You can see I'm getting more defense, more block, losing relic energy cost, but that's fine. But I'm getting crit chance and mana cost for spirit well reduction. Now I need celestial gauntlets. I'm pretty sure I had them somewhere. And the celestial hat. This one, maybe. This is the hat. The hat gives us crit chance, more defense, relic energy generation. Okay. This seems to be celestial shoulders. Not this. So between the powderons that I'm wearing and those here, I think I'm gonna go for the ones I'm wearing. Less block chance, but mana cost for spirit well might be nice. But more crit damage here. Okay. Still trying to find the gauntlets. Pretty sure they're somewhere here. There we go. Celestial gauntlets. Those are 53 actually. Well, let's equip them for now until I find something stronger. I don't think there is. Yeah, I don't have 60, but still, this opens up a legendarium slot for the bone razor. If I had it, I would have tried the Panopti Fist, but I've already tried it and I know what it does. The Vitality Extractor is nice, but look at this bullshit part of the Vitality Extractor. Increases your poison defense by 100%. This shouldn't be increases your poison defense, because this is only useful against 1/4 of the one of the 4 elements. You've got physical, electric, poison and fire. Oh, and ice, but I don't think there's enemies who do ice damage. So yeah, one of the 4 that you can get hit with. It's not worth it to put it on a weapon like that. I hope they rework it. But yeah, I think we're looking okay with the changes. I lost some DPS, no idea from where. Something I changed lost me some of the DPS. It might have been my gauntlets. I can put some extra defense on this. I've already got a lot of fire. Let's go for more fire. Fuck it. And for now, we seem to be done. We seem to be done for now with gearing up this. I mean, there's always more to want, like level 60 gauntlets and level 60 boots. And a better weapon. And something stronger in these parts. And maybe sockets, socket here. Something like this with the socket would be nice. But I think gear-wise, we've got plenty of things already for this build. So I'm gonna stop streaming now. I'm gonna have dinner. It's 24 minutes past 8 in the evening. So in like half an hour, roughly around 9 in the evening, I'm gonna go and stream some more Chronicon. Thanks Truckwop for tuning in. Keep it cool until later or next time, depending when you watch. Next, goodbye for now.